What is up, everybody? It's me, Izzy, and it's actually a few seconds before. Actually, it's 6:30 right now. Just turned 6:30, so I just started the show. Welcome everybody to this live stream, and we're gonna have a great show lined up for you tonight. I got a great guest here, talking a little bit about Superman, talking about a little bit about this and that, and all that other good stuff. We got a little giveaway going on today, so. The Ultimate X-Men is this week. Is it going to be as big as the other ones? Only time will tell. Also, Spectacular Spider-Man is coming out this week. So those books are ready for the giveaways. So, you guys ready? I'm going to bring out our guest for today. He is part of the Rat Pack. He's a great guy. Great show. You got to go check out his stuff out. We'll talk a little bit about his stuff in a minute. But, before we get started, someone is actually going to call him out. So let's see who calls him out.
Tony! This is my last night, so I can say, Tony, hustle! Come on!
I love it, dude. I love it. Love me some Stinger.
That's right. As you can see, I got my Sting shirt on. Yesterday was his last match officially. Are you into wrestling, Tony? I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, dude, I grew up with wrestling my whole life. We're at Memphis Wrestling, WCCW, the Monday Night Wars, the whole 9 yards. I still watch.
Oh yeah, awesome. We got to get you in that chat group. Are you in the chat group with us?
Probably not.
I'll get you in. I'll get you in the chat group. All right. Let's go ahead and say what's up to the guys in the chat. Speaking of a chat group, we got Las Cruces who kicked it off for us as always. He's there saying hooray and woohoo. Scotty Vaughn 82, much love from Chattanooga. And look who's there. Some guy. He just became a YouTube member. Look at that. So we gotta say about that, right? We gotta welcome. There you go. Welcome to the Rat Pack. You actually were a Rat Pack member,
Yeah,
right? Just
again.
Hello from New Mexico. Let's see if this works, bro. And we got here our boy. Look at that. Good evening, fellow Rat Packers. Rat.
I did it for as many as it allowed.
We got Larry Green Machine. What's going on, Ratty? And he too is throwing his PC rat, pizza rat, rat. Geek out with Roscoe. I was actually talking to Roscoe earlier today, man. He got some really cool plans up in the horizon, taking a little break from the Monday night lineup with Travis. So we wish you luck, Travis. I know you're out there. Check it out. 10 months a member. Wow. You know what? It's a lot, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Larry. We got Ryan. Sup, my peeps? All right. Rich from Comic Caps Collectible. He was our guest last week. What's going on? Ben Compton. What's going on, my man Ben? How you doing? Daniel Carpenter. I was actually working on some stuff for Daniel today. Last night while I was watching the wrestling, I was doing some sketching too. So Daniel, your work is coming up. Also, we got Norrin Rand. Now he's known as Rad Arts and Comics. Ooh. Formerly known as Norrin Rand. All right. What's up? See here. Brian LCS is in the house as well. What's up, Brian? Common Cats with saying hi to Brian. There goes Dirts lurking like a true rat. And that's how you do it. That's the rat way. You know what I'm saying? You just don't walk in. You got to lurk in. You got to creep your way in there. You know what I'm saying? And up 7 months as a member of the Rat Pack. So, of course, we got to give him a shout out as well. So let's see if we give him a nice little shout out here from the Rat Pack. There you go, Brian LCS.
Now, is that the subway terminal?
That is a subway. That's a legit video. I got Phil Treehouse also lurking like a rat. All right, and I think I reached the bottom for now. So, there you go. He thought he was getting cash. uh good stuff, good stuff. You know what, man? You ain't getting cash, man, but you are going to get an RKO out of nowhere. There you go. That's just for you. An RKO out of nowhere. You ready to talk about some comics?
Let's do some comics. Stop some comics.
Let's get some comics. So let's find out what's trending. So this week's in comics, we got a lot of comics that you probably never heard about or never seen about that are in this list. Did you get a chance to look at the list, Tony?
No, I did not. No, I didn't.
Oh, so this is going to be the first time you see this list.
Yep.
All right, so this is going to be interesting. Our first book in this list is Pearl. This is a book that came out a while back. I don't even see the titles anymore. What happened to the titles? They're missing. Where are my titles? Let me see if I can shrink this up a little bit just so I can see the titles of there. Oh, there it is. Bam. Okay, we'll do it like this. I don't like it like this, but might as well. Pearl #1 from Jinx World back in 2018. This is Brian Michael Bendis wrote this story, or way back when in 2018. Well, not way back when, it's 2018. Would make it seem like it's such a long time ago. But it was one of those books that kind of like was there. No one really cared about it. But Brian Michael Bendis, he has a knack for writing, from what I heard. Do you like his stuff?
Well, I'm familiar with, he did Ultimate Spider. Did he do Ultimate Spider-Man?
Yes, he did Ultimate Spider. He did over 100 issues of Ultimate Spider-Man. So
I can't list everything he did, but I've read some of his stuff.
Ultimate Spider-Man, New Avengers. He did a lot of for a long time. He was big in Marvel. Then he moved to DC. At DC, he didn't really do too well with Superman and Action Comics. But he's always been one of these prolific writers, and he was at one time the hottest writer out there. And Jinx was his first book. We'll talk a little bit more about that book later, but Jinx was one of his first book that he drew and wrote as a creator. And people were wondering about this guy, and he eventually went to Spawn, and then eventually found his way in Marvel, where he got Ultimate Spider-Man. And he's a scripter. That's what he does. He loves to write a long script. And Pearl's just one of those books from 4 titles that came out during this time. He created what's called the Jinx World. And they're all for some reason or another, they're getting picked up. And just like Brian said, he is the co-creator of Miles Morales. So I might even give him more credit than being a co-creator. You know what I mean? The artists are always part of it. But definitely, you got to check out Brian Michael Bendis if you haven't. This book has an increase in copies sold by 1,000%.
Damn. Oh,
yeah, exactly. So in other words, nobody was picking this book up. Now they're picking it up. All right. What's up, Kenneth Byrne? We got Joseph, the Adventurous Joan. Good evening. Black Spider's also in the house. What's going on, my guys? All right. Let's go to our next book in this list. And this is another book here. This is what we call the James Gunn Effect. James Gunn Effect. First appearance of Captain Adam, Nathaniel Adam. This is the captain, the soldier, the veteran that becomes Captain Adam. This is a cool book. However, it's one of those books that it's a dollar bin book. It never really gained traction. It came out back in '87. Do you recall Captain Adam?
I recall this version only because I have an issue of Firestorm where they fought.
Yeah. Captain Adam and Firestorm almost like one and the same in that weird way, right?
Yeah.
But again, this is a James Gunn Effect situation again, where James Gunn said it, and lo and behold, everybody buys it. Yeah. So he has interest in Captain Adam. But at this point, if James Gunn said he has interest in any DC character, everybody's like, I'm going to go buy this character. I'll buy that character. I'll buy that book. And that's what's happening here. We don't know if anything's going to actually happen with Captain. It's just spec. Now, if you look at this book, it has a high of $8. So if you see it on the wild, just like Rich is saying, man, it's dollar bin goodness, man. Might as well pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, why? It's not like you're breaking bank for it. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't no ASM 100 or 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we got that book. Our next book up is another one of the Brian Michael Bendis books, and this is United States of Murder Inc. #1. This came out back in 2014. This was right after he did Powers, and it's another book that's kind of like another dollar bin book that people are gonna find about. But again, it got picked up by Amazon. It's just another one of those books.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's Michael Avon, Michael Avon, yeah, Michael Avon Omen, who's a great. He did the art with him in Powers, so he has a very cartoony style, but it works with this book, and the color scheme is really cool. So it's a lot of flat colors, but it works really well. And this is just one of those books where, what if the mafia were in control of the government?
Ooh.
Actually in control of the government, not behind the scenes, that they are running the show. That's what that's what this is about.
That does sound interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Michael B is a great writer. Michael B. Jordan, you talking about? If Chance does, he's close. Yeah. Everybody's gonna get you got to, man. You got to. It's part of the way life works. This was the book I was telling you about, Jinx #1. This came out way back in 1996. This is one of his first true stories. And again, this is another one of those books that's got picked up by Amazon. So the Jinx world is where this comes from. Now, that $10 price is kind of, I don't think this book is $10. My personal opinion. I think it's higher because it's an early book. Oh, look at that. The Black Spire is ready to. Okay. What you gotta do is you gotta send that sucker out to CGC because there's not many in the census. A very small amount of the census, so people are gonna start. Yeah, it's a weird trending this week. No, it's Brian Michael Bendis. That's what this trending list is. Wait till you see the next one, Cat Rich. The next one, you got me. I got nothing on the next one. Again, another crime noir story. This is the one. It's about a female bounty hunter. Again, a lot of writing because that's what he does. He loves to write. So go check it out if you can see it. That'd be great. Here's one that, again, another one that's been picked up. I've never heard of El Gato Negro.
No, me neither.
From a small publisher called Aztecs. There, I don't know. I really don't know what this is.
What the hell is even that?
Is that a Mexican publishing company?
I have no idea. I know nothing about this book. This is one of those books that if it's a Mexican publisher, there's only one guy that could tell you about this book. Whatever. I don't know. Moving on the list.
I know that one.
A lot of people know this one. Kingdom Come #1. First appearance in Magog. Obviously, Alex Ross, Mark Waid, masterpiece of a book, right? Absolutely. Again, a high copy of this book goes for $9 because it actually had a high print run. But it's totally worth it. Definitely worth it.
Yeah. I'm gonna wish I picked those up because I read a trade from a friend of mine in 2000, and it's always been on my to buy list. I hadn't done it yet. So
I have a trade as well of it, and I read it a few times. I have the first issue, but I don't have the issues that follow. So I am gonna start picking it up. But just like Norin says, man, this is a great story. It's a Superman in the future. There's only one reason why this book is in this list, though. It has nothing to do with Kingdom Come. It has everything to do with Superman's logo. Yep. So, which is the topic of our discussion here. Really is, what do you think of Superman, formerly known as Legacy, now just called Superman, with all the words and the logo now being utilized, a version of the Kingdom Come logo?
To me, it sounds pretty interesting. I mean, it's something we haven't seen that I know of, Kingdom Come, on any screen. So I think it'd be a nice take if they go that route.
Well, they have the authority in the movie. So the authority is going to be in the movie. So that's a possibility of where they want this story to go. I don't think the first movie is going to be Kingdom Come, obviously, because that's a Superman that's been retired. Lois is dead and all that stuff. Spoiler, sorry, guys. But it's just it's just if you're gonna have that logo, a variation of that logo, the only thing that's different about it is that it has the yellow instead of the black.
Yeah.
But pretty much it's been inspired by the Alex Ross costume, where the Alex Ross costume was inspired by the original Superman S, right? Because it has very similar, but it was more of an updated version of it. I've always wanted to see the original S in a movie or a TV show, which we got to see it in the Superman Lois show that came out. That we got to see that classic triangle S, which I always wanted to see. But everybody knows the Christopher Reeves S is the iconic S. It's the one. It's the most recognizable out of all of them. But this one comes a close second, I'll say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm a big fan of Alex Ross, and I love me some Christopher Reeve.
Oh yeah, exactly. Here's another book on our list that is coming out of nowhere, and I think it's because people have been watching the show and they've realized now that there was a comic book. So we got here Resident Alien Zero, which was originally a sci-fi series. I think now it's on Hulu or something like that. Yeah, just another book on this list. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch this show, Resident Alien? Because I know I haven't.
Never heard of it. Never watched it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so we do see someone that's Daniel. Tell me a little bit about the show. I know it's a story of he's an alien, and he impersonates a human, a doctor, but he's also solving mysteries at the same time. That's what I heard the story's about.
Well, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, so so it is interesting. I haven't had the time. There's too much to watch these days. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? You know what's very important to know?
What's that? Hell yeah.
What's up? How you doing? Sakuro Kitana, right? If I got it right, thank you. Yay. If I got it wrong, I'm sorry. Here we go. Taylor Winder in the house. You know it wouldn't be a show without it, right?
No, it's fine.
I'm going to get Taylor here one day, man. Taylor, you got to get to the show one day, just so I can hear you complain about every single spec book. Speaking of spec books, The Century #1 from 2000. This book has been on this list a couple of times, so this is not a surprise. Again, it's still here, but there's now rumors that there's a new person in the role of the Century, who's Louis Pullman. He was the fighter pilot that was in the last Top Gun movie, and I think that's a cool pick because he actually looks like Sentry.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, so he's been rumored for it. Yeah, you have that book. Black Spider's gonna be like, I got that book. I got that book.
I used to have that book.
I currently have a sharp, crisp copy of this book. Almost, dare I say, it's a 9.8.
Oh man,
I'm almost certain it's a 9.8. So I have that copy of this book. I'm excited. I want to see Sentry. I like Sentry. I think Sentry is a really cool character, especially if it's done right with the Void as part of it.
I was going to mention the Void.
Yeah, so it's definitely worth picking up. Another book in our series is the first solo title of Iron Fist, was Iron Fist #1. This book is on this list here. There's rumors of a new Iron Fist coming in. Rather than Danny Rad, we might get a completely new Iron Fist. So,
you think they'll do like the comics and get a more Oriental type person, or?
I don't know. I don't know if they'll get some kind of Asian person like they went to with the comics now. So who's to say? You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Joffrey? And without the Void, the Sentry is your mama. Oh, dude, man, seriously? Oh my goodness. So yeah, there you have it, guys. The Iron Fist #1, great book to get.
Yeah.
It's actually a good price for $3.15.
Oh,
Our
man.
next book here is Ultimate Classic. This is the type of book that someone in our community will just love. You know who? Oh, not just you.
Yeah. So I can
You know,
honestly. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
I was
No,
gonna
go
say
for it.
I can honestly say I've held one in my hands. I got a friend of mine that lives 20 miles from me that has this book.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, this book has all sorts of ranges, right? You could get a low grade copy for like 400, $300, but the high is 4,000. But I think it's even higher than 4,000. But oh yeah, first appearance of Galactus, first cover, and second appearance of Silver Surfer. This is a book that will always be important. Always.
That's one of my lottery books.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Another book on this list that it pops up here and there, and that's Doomsday himself.
I got it.
So do I. Oh wait, there was a book here that Black Spiders did not have, and that's
Whoa.
But this is a book I have. I have 2 copies of this book. In fact, I got one signed by Dan Jurgens. Doomsday. Yeah, it's Doomsday's guy. That's all I gotta say. It's Doomsday. Yeah, you like Doomsday?
Oh yeah, I love Doomsday.
Yeah,
dude. When this series come out, when all of it came out, I collected 3 sets and sold 2 of them. I made a lot of money off this in the 90s.
Yeah, absolutely. You know who likes Doomsday?
Who?
Oh, maybe he didn't.
Maybe he didn't.
Maybe he didn't. Now, here's another book that I don't. I just sold the third printing of this nonsense. Here's a book that I don't have. It's a Dave Stevens cover, so I'm not gonna. There's no argument behind that. I just don't know why it's here. It's Alien World 4 from 1983. I have nothing on this book. Nothing. Only thing that's this book sold recently for like $350, but I have there's nothing in my radar that tells me why this book is in this list other than it's in this list.
Well, I was gonna say it looks like is that a he or a she?
That's a she. That's a she. Yes,
looks like she's got a bubble helmet on, so that'd make Rob happy.
I'll make Rob happy. I'm almost certain Rob will have this copy.
Probably so.
Because it's not old. It's not old, and it's a Dave Stevens.
Yeah.
So who knows? But it is one of those books that I just don't know why it's in this list. Just, David knows how to make legs. Well, yes, he does. David knows how to definitely make. Dave Stevens was such a great artist at his time. All right. Another book that's now getting a lot of momentum, but I think, yeah, great cover, crappy logo. I agree. A book that's now getting more traction is Ghost Machine #1. I think because people are starting to catch on to it, probably because, someone like Legion is just keeps singing its praises. Because that's all Legion. You read Ghost Machine. You read Ghost Machine. You read Ghost Machine. You read Ghost Machine. Yes, yes. So this book is now on the list here. It's gaining traction. More people are picking it up. More people are reading it. More people are enjoying it. Did you get a copy of Ghost Machine?
No, but I'm thinking I probably need to go ahead and pick one up.
Oh yeah, there's still plenty out there. So, you won't be, you're not missing it. So no worries there. All right. Our next book in the list here is another one of those books that I just don't have anything to say about it.
Skeletor to King Randor! Skeletor to King Randor! Come in, you royal boob!
I don't know anything about this one either. Only thing I know. Yeah.
Go ahead. Now you go ahead.
Neuromancer?
I thought it said necromancer. Oh, that is neuromancer.
No, it's Neuromancer. It's newer. Yeah, I know nothing of this book. It came out in '89. The only thing is that there's an adoption for Apple TV. And it's a story about cyber. It says right there, cyber-dominated future where humans live out their lives in virtual reality.
So it's the Lawnmower Man.
Yeah, pretty much. Came out around the same time too.
Okay.
Yeah, I got nothing. This is nothing for me.
I was gonna make a joke because I thought it said necromancer. I was gonna say I know what a necromancer is.
Yeah, no, it's Neuromancer. I was gonna say necromancer myself, but yeah. Yes.
Oh, wow.
I get that part, Taylor. But what I don't know is why it's on the list, other than the adaptation. So more like Johnny Mnemonic. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to know. See, that's the nice thing about our chat group. They know what they're talking about too, when I have no idea. Next book on our list is Uncanny X-Men 131, the first cover appearance of Emma Frost. It's also part 3 of the Dark Phoenix saga. It's Jean Grey joins the Hellfire Club. We got the 3rd Kitty Pryde. This is classic X-Men. This is X-Men at their height.
Yeah.
All right. Look at that. The start of exotic White Queen covers. Yeah, exactly. This was the first White Queen cover. I wouldn't say it's so exotic, though.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but I guess we have to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've got I got to get 5 issues to have that set, and I'm trying so hard, and I need the Dazzler one, but I'm going to wait till everything dies down.
Yeah, absolutely. Psycho Emma. Yeah, Psycho. I wonder who they're thinking about when they created Emma Frost. Were they thinking of Blondie?
Possibly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's about the same era, isn't it?
Yeah, 1980.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, who knows? All right. Our next book is another one of these books that are just here. Bloodborne #1. Now, the rumor here is that Sony's going to pick it up. It's very low. It has a very low print count with 6,000 copies, but it has a high of $15 and came out back in 2018. So I got nothing on this one.
It sounds familiar, but I'm just not. It's not clicking.
Yeah, it's not. It's, I really don't know what to think of this one. So it's
Really?
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 Really infinity?
really. Really indeed. All right, our next book here. Yes, I know why this book is in this list. It's first battle of Daredevil versus Punisher with Daredevil 183. This book has, you know what? For a high of $40, it's actually pretty low.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's easily obtainable. I love this cover. I was amazed at that time that books like this, when you see covers like this, they got approved by the Code. I don't know what the Code was thinking for some of these. He has a gun. He's shooting dead right at him.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me. But yeah, Punisher, Daredevil, why not? You gotta love it. Love it. All right. So our next book here in our list is.
Well, that's going to put him in that coffin. That's it.
Oh my God, it's Sting! It's Sting, Tony! It's Sting!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm giving Sting love today, guys. I am giving Sting love today. It's Murika, Guns of Fire. Another book that he has. Now, this is a book. Gambit #1 came out back in 1993. This is a foil cover as well. This one's a billion copies were made of this book. However, there's a special gold edition of this book. Have you seen the gold edition?
Yes, I've always been seeking it.
That's the one to hunt for. If you're gonna hunt for the book, that's the one. I think that one's going for like $200 or something like that now. $200. It's still under, very low value. This one is, like I said, you could pick this up anywhere.
Yeah.
You see this book, you get it super cheap. But the gold one is really nice. Yeah, I love the gold. A slab version of the gold looks really nice too. So good book.
That's cool. I actually have that copy of that autographed by Howard Mackey. I gave him to sign it in 2014.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I think I have mine signed by Andy Kubert. So
I was gonna say Gambit's my boy because this series I loved it because we seen him charging like cards and everything, but when I seen him grab that tithe collector's jacket and charge his clothes and kick him out the window, I was like, man.
Yeah, it's a fun book. It's definitely a fun book. You get to learn a little bit about Belladonna, his, the Guild of Assassins. It was a cool story.
Yeah.
All right. Our next book is
It's a sorceress, you boob.
Speaking of boobs, Power Girl issue #6. This book is out. This book is a 1 in 25. It came out last week, and yes, just as circumstances says, I'm gonna say Dios mío. This is a great cover. I'm not gonna lie. I just love Dan Pinocha's style. It works really well here with this issue. This is Power Girl as I see her. Like, she's tough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I see it, I'm definitely gonna pick it up.
Yeah, it's double its price now. It's going for double the price that it normally would go. But there are rumors that it's because it has a lower print run, because Power Girl didn't have a high print run. What's up, AR? How's it going, my man? All right. So there's that one, and then another book that just keeps popping in this list, and I honestly don't understand why this book is in this list. Captain Marvel 1 in 25, the Russell Donnerman cover, where it just has a whole bunch of versions of Captain Marvel. Yeah, it's cool, but $150? You know, why?
What? 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 What?
Yeah, what? What indeed? $150 for this book.
I put that money down on my Fantastic 449.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. Yeah. What do you guys think? You guys will pick this book up for $150? Because I know I won't.
Nah.
Yeah. So there you have it. Those are the top trending books for this week. Let's take a look at cover price and what cover price has this week. So let me go ahead and put up the cover price list here so you guys can see that one. And we're going to start off the cover price list as so. And let me see if I can increase the size of that one so you can see a little better. All right, X-Men 221, first appearance of Mr. Sinister. All right. Yeah. This collect what you want unless it's stupid. 7-day trend, 158%. Talk Weekly sale was a graded comic for $300. This is a cool cover. I know I was able to obtain one from DJ Links a couple of weeks ago. And dude, it's just a cool cover. The cover is cool, but Sinister's in the mix. He's going to be a big villain in X-Men 97, so look forward to that one. Next book here is Avengers Twilight. A lot of people have been reading Avengers Twilight. A lot of people have been loving Avengers Twilight. This week we had the crotch version, issue 3. It came out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good evening. I was arguing about wrestling. DVH, how could you be gone? You were arguing about wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was definitely arguing about wrestling. Yeah. All right. So Avengers Twilight has gone up, $18 sales, 25 books were sold recently, so it has an increase of 145%. Speaking of X-Men, earlier we got ourselves X-Men Adventures #1 from 1992. This is the first appearance of Morph. This is based off of the animated series, and the show's starting in less than a couple of weeks now. So it's going to be at the end of this month. So are you excited to watch X-Men Adventures?
Oh, hell yeah. I watched that trailer and was like my childhood. I keep saying my childhood came back, but I was in my 20s when it came out. So, I mean.
I was in my teens when it came out. So I was a teenager. But I watched it. I'm not going to lie. I love it. Absolutely love me. Love me my X-Men, man. Especially for this.
You're corrupt, like all the others. You must be exterminated.
What was he thinking?
You gotta love that little armor.
Just saying, man. You know what I'm saying?
Come to mama.
Put me down, you flying freak.
Whatever you say, sugar.
Hell yeah.
Gotta love me some Rogue.
Come for the X-Men and stay for Rogue.
There you go. Then we got Pearl again. So this is the Alex Malie version of this character, which it's a cool cover. Yeah, again, $50. Not bad.
No, that's a nice looking cover.
Yeah, it's a good painted cover, so that's nice. Here's another book that I'm still on the fence of why it's so popular. That's Edge of Spider-Verse, this year's version of Edge of Spider-Verse #1 from 2024. This book came out about 2 weeks ago now. And it's this first appearance of this Weapon 8, right? Weapon 8,
Yeah.
a Cyclops type character, but
Yeah.
done in Spider-Verse.
So that's what I thought. I was like, what, Cyclops got bit by a spider?
Mhm. Again, it's one of those books that why are people hunting this down like that? And it's Deadpool movie. I don't think this is a Deadpool character. You ain't gonna see this character. It's too new.
Nah.
It's too new. So who knows? Now, who we are going to see in a Deadpool movie, and that's been made official, is Cassandra Nova. And yes, I made sure I got the name right this time. Cassandra Nova. All right. New X-Men 114, number 5 on this list. First appearance of Cassandra Nova. I remember when this book came out. I remember reading this. I remember when those costumes came out, and a lot of people were like, myself included, I hate them.
Yes.
That
That was a turn off for me, was those costumes.
Those costumes, it was so bad. And I was not a fan of Frank Quitely's artwork. I couldn't stand his artwork. He's a tremendous artist. Don't get me wrong. He's a great storyteller. It's not my style. Wasn't doing it for me. Now, Grant Morrison's writing, on the other hand, what sold me this comic book. You know, he was definitely, the art was, I wouldn't say the art was bad. It was different.
Yeah.
Different. You know what I mean? But as far as this one goes, man, it was a great story. I enjoyed it, man. I really did. It's really good stuff. Mm-hmm. All right.
Loaded up to the lid.
It's time for that ultimate hype, right? The art was of course Taylor would love the art. I'm not a Frank Quitely guy. I just don't. I'm not a fan. I'm sorry. Sue me. I have a choice. And this is speaking as an artist. I think he's an amazing storyteller. I think I'm not gonna lie, he is a good artist. It's just not the style I like. That's it. You know, that's all. I have a right to my opinion. And I know Taylor's going to probably type in it, but your opinion's wrong. But that's a different story for a different time. Now let's talk a little bit about Ultimate Black Panther, which now has a great, quietly. I say quietly or Quitely. Quietly? Quietly. It's not even his real name, guys. So, I'm going to have to come and tell you. Dude, just try. Many have tried. Everyone has failed. You should see my mother. My mother's worse. It's a New York thing, so the accent kind of messes with us. Ultimate Black Panther. Look at this. A high-graded copy is already selling for $120 of a book that only been out for less than a month. We don't even have issue 2 out yet.
No. I was just say I paid $25 for the, what do you call it, the 1 in 25 design variant.
Yeah. I got the book. I got 2 copies of the book, and I sold them both for $40.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Sooner or later, I'll pick them up again.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I will say the story surprised me. I actually really enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah?
But
all right. Our next book here is that same book that we saw earlier, which is Edge of Spider-Verse. It's the same book. However, this was the secret variant that came out that was only given 1 or 2 per store, depending on their distribution. So if you had 2 accounts, you were able to get 2 copies. So the book is demanding $50. Isn't bad, to be completely honest, for a secret variant that you only get 1 per store. And I guess, you know, the possibility that they're all 9/8 is going to be a little difficult as well for this book. But it's a fair Spider-Man cover. I don't think it's the greatest cover I've ever seen. I think it's just there. You know what I mean? And just like Legion, you know, Legion doesn't like comics unless they're a secret. What's up, Mark? All right. So, and then our next book here on our list is Ultimate Spider-Man #1. And let's go to number 1 and 2. Ultimate Spider-Man 1 and 2. This book is hot. Look at this book A graded copy of Ultimate Spider-Man #1 is now going for $240.
Dang.
Yeah, dang indeed. It's a good story. It's one of those moments where you got to say to yourself, "My goodness, what happened? How did this book just gain this momentum?" You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
I think it's I mean, I can only speak for myself, but me not being impressed with the latest ASM run, to actually have a decent Spider-Man book, and I'm not saying Miles isn't decent. Miles is good, but to have a decent Peter Parker Spider-Man, I think that's what we're all gravitating to.
Yeah,
And
because it's a Peter Parker that's acting like the Peter Parker we know and love.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I think that's what's causing people to really gravitate towards it. It's the Peter we wanted, and we've been wanting for a while, that we lost. You know what I mean? And now it's like, okay, he's back in this kind of world. So I'm interested. I want to know where it takes us at the end, though.
Well,
I was
gonna say, my question is once the crazes died down, is it going to stay perpetually relevant, or is it going to drop?
It's all depending on where it goes. I think we're getting the Ultimates coming up soon, but I think the hype for that's not as prevalent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all about this book right now, and Hickman has been killing it.
Yes.
So 2 issues in, he's already been killing it. I think it's after those, when we get to like 6 issues, what's going to look like. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So time will tell with this book. All right, and that's your cover price. Top 10 books. All right, guys. So with that said, I just want to give a shout out to I want to give a shout out to everybody in the Rat Pack. So let's go ahead and just give a thanks to all the people in the Rat Pack. Starting with the street level rats, we got House of L, Northern Rat 82, Tate Prime, Sean Sipple, Gary Kent, the Comic Vet, Lean Green Machine, Papa Wheelie is in the street level. Our urban level rats, we got Cat Fan, Comics Man, Dagger Cards, Collecting with Nerds, Arelis Gatto, Black Spiders, Dr. Von Who Comics from the Spiral Dimension, Comic Embrace, and Jean Malone over at our Elite Rat. Still only 35 cents. Daniel Carpenter, A. Torres, Daymares, Joseph Michaels, The Adventurous Joe, The Comic Viking, DJ Links, Beckerman, Legion of Comics, Cole's Comic Claims, and Brian LCS. Thank you guys for being part of the Rat Pack.
Thank you. Thank you.
There you have it, guys. That's that list there. All right. So we got that going on. Good man. I'll sell you a black suit for 100. Obviously plus shipping. Good man. Don't forget to smack that like button like it owes you money. Oh man. Oh God, I'm tired already. I want to go to bed. It's time for bed. But before we go to bed,
Hey, Sting has arrived! It's Sting! You tell him! Look at...
Oh man, brings back memories.
yeah, I love Sting. I love me some Sting. Anyway, it's time to talk about some new comic books. Ready for that?
All right.
There we go. I went back to the old method. I prefer the PowerPoint rather than looking at the website because I didn't like the way it was coming out. So now we're going to go ahead and do the list. We got 18 comics over at Marvel Comics, starting which we got a lot of #1s coming from Marvel. But but what I will have to say, the #1 book that people will be hunting for is Ultimate X-Men #1, featuring Armor. Apparently this story is going to be reflecting around her. Peach Momoko goodness as well. So Peach Momoko doing multiple duties, writing, drawing, and covers for this book. So I'm curious to see what this book is going to be like. So definitely I'll have multiple copies of this book ready in hand. Also out this week, The Spectacular Spider-Man. Oh, Taylor Winter, you're lying your butt off. You know you're getting Ultimate X-Men.
Yeah.
even if he's planning to sell it, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get Ultimate X-Men. Spectacular Spider-Man #1 is out this week as well. this could be a sleeper because of Ultimate X-Men. People, and again, it's still a Spider book, so it's a new Spider book. Miss Marvel Mutant Menace. Okay.
Is J. Jonah Jameson going after her?
Yeah, right. Who knows? We'll find out, I guess. Weapon X-Men #1. That sounds interesting. I'm looking forward to hearing that.
That's the first I've heard of this one.
It's coming out this week as well. All right. Oh, getting Gloop or Glob. If we got Armor, then we might get Glob. Yeah, it's quite possible. Who knows? We'll see how it turns out. So you have those. Also, you have Giant Size Spider-Gwen #1. Marvel's must-have #1s. Now, this is a free book. So when you go to the shop, just go ahead and get your Marvel must-have and pick it up. It's free. Don't pay for it. If you pay for it, you'll be a dummy.
Yep.
All right. Avengers 11, X-Men 32. Also, Venom 31, Doctor Strange 13, Captain America 7, the sensational She-Hulk. Look at that. She has a bubble helmet.
Hell yeah.
There we go. And Thanos issue #4, Daredevil Gang War #4, The Century #4, and What If Aliens #1. I'm curious about that one.
That'd be
First time
interesting.
Yeah. We'll see how that turns out. What If Aliens is like, okay. But then again, it's an alien story. Would they need to be in What If Aliens story? What if I don't get it?
Yeah, I mean,
Doesn't make much sense. What if aliens? I don't know. So, DVH has a pass for this. Right? Star Wars 44 and Star Wars The High Republic issue #4. Those are your Marvel books over at DC. There's 10 titles in DC. Let's take a look at what those titles are. You got The Batman, and yes, I did it. I wrote it proper. It's with the hyphen. The Batman First Night. This is a story based off of that original Batman run from way back in 1939. So, and it's a Black Label book. So, yeah, it's out of continuity. I'm curious. And first of all, I love that cover. That's a great cover. Homaging the original.
yeah. I didn't know it was based in the 30s. That does have me interested.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, just like DVH, you got Batman 145. This is the start of a new storyline. So we had Joker year 1. Now that's behind us. And now we're starting a new storyline with Batman 145 this week. Also this week, Superman 78, The Metal Curtain #5, Shazam #9 with the Creeper. I love the Creeper.
The Creeper.
Love the Creeper. He's such a cool character. So that'd be cool. Also, Poison Ivy issue #20, Birds of Prey issue #7, Blue Beetle #7, and I like this one because I see some really famous Blue Beetle characters. Like you see Booster Gold there, you see Ted Core, Fire and Ice there. That cover is kind of pretty cool because you get to see all these characters here.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Kneel Before Zod issue #3, which looks pretty interesting. Look at that. Just picked up My Greatest Adventure in #80 for Booyah. There you go. Look at that. Pass, sad, Zod pass. Yeah, exactly. And a pass there. Then we got Suicide Squad, Kill Arkham Asylum, issue #2. And, of course, the book everybody's picking up, Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries #3, featuring Batman and Catwoman. Doing the old classic 66 throat. What's up, C Bizzle, my nizzle? What's up, my man? All right. That should be cool. All right. Over at Image Comics, there's 9 titles over in Image. And we got The Last Mermaid #1. I have no idea what this book's about.
Me neither.
Maybe worth checking out, but it is in magazine format, so I probably won't pick it up because I don't have a box to put it in.
Yeah.
Gunslinger Spawn 29, as well as King Spawn 31 is out this week. Then you got Void Rivals issue #7, a new story. Starts off with issue #7. We got a new villain. So I'm sure some people are going to pick up that book. I know I've been picking up all of Void Rivals, so I'm definitely picking this one up as well. And I heard a lot of stuff about this character. No, when it's like that, it's because it's in that format. That's why. So, but definitely Void Rivals. All right. Everlasting Love issue 13, Kaya issue 16. All right. Antarctica issue number 9, Crave 4, and Walking Dead Deluxe 84 because you guys can't read Walking Dead in black and white.
Exactly.
So, see, I was going to pass, but I couldn't cut it loose. Yep. Well, you know what, DVH? It's a new villain that's going to be introduced, so you might be picking up a spec book. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, it's a first appearance, so that's important to note as well. Okay. Over at our other indie comics, you got IAW with 4, Dynamite with 3, Boom has 3, Antarctic Press has 3, Titan has 3, Dark Horse has 2. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. Over in IDW, you have Golofa Motor Mountain number 1. Nice colors. Look at those colors. Very.
Yeah.
All right. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures issue number 11. Nice shredder right there, shredding up the page.
Yeah.
I like that. And then you got the re-evolution of The Last Ronin issue number 2, as well as Godzilla Best of Destroya. I like that. Destroya.
Destroyer.
Yeah. Who is it? It's Destroya. All right. Over at Dynamite Entertainment, you got Jennifer's Blood, Battle Diary number 4. It's Cruella de Vil number 2. Gargoyles Dark Ages number 6. And Durst is telling everybody, don't be sleeping on the Best of Godzilla books. Yeah, you don't have to sleep on the Best of Godzilla's, or you could just get the original books.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? All right. Gargoyles Dark Ages. That's a nice Gargoyles cover, though.
That is.
Right? It is a sweet book cover. I will probably pick that up just for that cover. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Boom Studio got Ranger Academy number 9, Pine and Merrimack number 3. That's an interesting cover there. Under Heist number 2. Another cover that looks pretty cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
Now the Ranger Academy, I presume that's Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, you can see the logo right there.
Yeah, you see the logo.
Logo's right there. Okay. Then you got Antarctic Press with Interstellar number 4, Planet Comics 27, and Ninja High School 192. All out this week. Over at Titan, you got some nice looking books here. Dead by Deadlight number 4, Gumma, The Beginning of Her, and Dark Souls, The Willow King number 2. That's another nice cover. Look at that painted cover.
Oh yeah, that is beautiful.
All right. AR's getting the Ranger book. Cool. Yeah, I was never into the Rangers like that. Like I said, I was a teenager during that time, so I watched X-Men, I watched Batman, I watched Spider-Man, but I never got into the Rangers. I may have saw 1 or 2 episodes here and there.
Yeah.
Over at Dark Horse, you had subgenre number 4 and Time Traveler's Tales number 4. Mad Cave Studios brings back On the Devil That Wears My Face, issue number 5. And new from Oni Press is Night People, number 1.
Cool.
So, yeah, that's happening. Then we have, I know American Mythology Productions has Monster Tag Team, the Boogeyman versus the Scarecrow. Who will win? I'm going for the Boogeyman.
Yeah, always bet on the Boogeyman.
Always been on the Boogeyman, right? Over at Vault is Beyond Real issue number 2. AEW. See, I'm still on this AEW business, you know what I'm saying? Oh man. AWA Upshot, you got Red Light issue number 3. And finally from Massive Sumerian, they're 2 in the same. The Fog, number 1. You gotta be scared of the fog.
Every time I see that AWA logo, it makes me think of the wrestling company.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Definitely with you on that.
Hey, Sting has arrived! It's Sting! You tell him! Look at...
Yeah.
It's thing.
Right. Well, I'm kind of curious about the Fog. Is that based after the old original movie, or?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. We could see for ourselves. Let's see.
I'd pick it up if it was. I like the old movie.
Let's go find out right now. So let's go ahead. That's from that is from Massive Publications. Let's see here. Let's see. The Ultimate in Terror, 40 years of the events of the Fog. Yeah. So this is a sequel to the Fog.
Okay.
Yeah. So 40 years after the events of the Fog in 1980, this comic series tells a supernatural horror story that reconnects several surviving characters and or their destinies from John Carpenter's original story to a new series of paranormal events that plague Antonio Bay, a small fishing community turned ghost hunting tourist destination. Okay. There's a several number of covers as well to this book, so it's worth checking out if anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a sequel.
Okay.
All right. I was called DVH the devil that wears their face. And yes, there you go. Marcus Ike, The Fog's probably Carmen's worst movie. Well, why not make it a sequel, right?
I was a kid when it came out. I was easily impressed. So.
Okay, finally, you got Black Box with Empath. Battle Quest Comics with Nomon, The Unconquerable, The Cave of Broken Tombs, Ablaze with Torpedo, 1972 #1, and finally, Lady Death, Demonic Omens, Coffin Comics, Lady Death, man. Did you get any Lady Death books in your day? Because I know I have a few.
In the 90s, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Lady, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Guess what?
What?
Don't want to keep Tony waiting.
Hey, you got a problem with Tony?
Hunky. Tony. Hey.
Tony. Tony. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Tony, tell us a little bit about yourself and where people can find you.
Well, you can find me on the ComiVerse YouTube channel. I usually post unboxings, and I do my comic spotlight. And on Saturdays, usually, with the exception of this week, I usually do my live show Into the ComiVerse. I started collecting comics in 1987 with Cap 333, and just been hooked ever since, man.
I love your background. I'm seeing some really cool nostalgic vibes there with the Joker posters. I see an X-Men book that I like. There's definitely a Detective Comics. Transformers, the movie. Look at that poster right there.
If you can see it, I'm going to point out this poster over here of Ghost Spider, whatever you call her.
Yeah.
That was actually drawn by my daughter.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And, of course, yeah, I got – and if anybody notices, that's not Return of the Jedi. That's Revenge of the Jedi.
Ah. Cool. I got Lady Death right where I want her and not in my collection. What's that? Why you gotta be hating on Lady Death, man? Every kid had her in their collection, man. At least it's every boy had her.
In the 90s, that was one of the breast books you could have.
I only got one thing to say to you, man.
All right.
Tony.
Yeah.
Hey.
Right. Okay.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's nice.
Donnie.
Hey.
Donnie. Oh my goodness, you know what I'm saying? It was fun having you, but we have to do something for the show because people have been waiting patiently for All right, we're gonna be doing our giveaway for today, and let's take a look at what the hashtag is. Today's hashtag is Hey Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Hey Tony, how you doing? Tony, you know what I'm saying, Tony?
How you doing, man?
How you doing, Tony? That's gonna be our giveaway today. We're gonna be giving away Ultimate X-Men #1. We're also look at he's the first one.
I'm first one in.
All right, we're gonna be doing Ultimate X-Men #1 and Spectacular Spider-Man #1. you will be getting those books. Those will be the giveaways for today.
I'm just hoping that my LCS, I'll get a copy because I do pull box on some stuff, and I ordered issue 2, but I might have missed the boat on 1. But I did tell them I wanted it in my file, so we'll see.
For what? For X-Men? Ultimate X-Men?
Ultimate X-Men, yeah.
Well, let's see what was on their order, because the order for Ultimate X-Men I think came right at the Ultimate Spider-Man. So yeah. I'm not sure if the train was already on board or whatever they want to call that thing. So we'll see. I see that the people are getting their hey Tone. All right, we gotta get your hey Tones. We got 15 people already put in their hey Tone. I still see some people coming in. We got 7 people in the chat. If you haven't had a chance to do so, make sure you hit that like button, smash that like button. Of course, Taylor Window is gonna be like, Yo, Adrian, man. What do you do? This is Etone. You know what I'm saying? Etone. All right.
Uh-oh. Hey, guys, what's going on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. This is what happens when the IzzyVerse collides with the ComiVerse. You know, it happens. How you doing? Show some books. I'm going to give this away as part of a set for mine and DVH's 300 subscriber giveaway. I'm also going to give this away. It's a factory sealed box set of Robin 2, all 14 issues. It's been sealed for 33 years. Tell us a story. I don't know any good stories, man. I may get it circumstances. I may get that first night. How you doing? You got cut off?
Like, look at this. It's freaking frozen.
I thought it was me, man.
No.
I was just showing off some stuff I'm gonna do for my giveaway coming up in March.
Yeah, it froze, man. Give me a second here, but I'll be on the. It's like completely frozen. This is the first time the laptop froze, so let me get back up.
Circumstances wants to know how I lost my virginity.
You and Nate. Yo, the computer completely froze on me. That's crazy. Like, it's not even trying to turn off, so I gotta try to put it back on, guys. Sorry about that.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's try this now. Let's see if I can get this thing back and running. Right. I have to power it down, apparently. That's the first time I've ever seen the computer do this. This is my laptop. So I was talking to Micro Center, who currently have my computer right now, and they were telling me the problems that they're having with it. So now I don't know what's wrong with the computer. We're talking about a computer that's like $1,500, and it's just they're like, oh no, we don't know what's wrong with it. I'm like, you don't know what's wrong with it? Fix it. Give me a new computer if that's not a problem. So let's see if I can get this thing up and running so we can do that giveaway and we can get out of here. Yeah.
Hey, have you ever seen one of those?
Which? Oh, yeah, you were showing it to me the other day.
Okay, yeah, I forgot. I slept since then.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Let's get this. Now my mouse ain't working. A couple of things ain't working here. Let's see if I can get this back up and running.
Maybe I can start me a GoFundMe to get all those issues graded.
Yeah, GoFundMe to get all these issues graded. That'd be funny.
Dude, when I opened up a set of them, and they were perfect. I mean, you couldn't ask for better copies.
Let's see here. The computer's back up and running, so that's a good thing. Now I just gotta make sure everything else connects. Okay, so that's there. All right, so I'm back. Somewhat back. Yeah, there we go.
Looks like we got some more Hey Tonys. Ooh.
Oh yeah, this thing is bad. All right, now we're good. Let's see if I can see. Now you got two Izzy. Look at that.
Two Izzy's for the price of one.
All right, better? Are we good?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Woo-hoo. Hey, Tony did the job. Yeah, it was Tony. That was all Tony. Hey, Tony. Tony, what did you do, Tony? All right, let's try this now. Let's see if we can get this working. Like I can see that. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, because that's just the world we live in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, I got a lawyer. He's a good lawyer. We're gonna try this again, guys. Let's try this one more time. Let's see if Hey Tony works the second time around. Okay, let's see here. We get that straight. Okay, we got 12 entries. So some of them disappeared. So we gotta get. You guys want to do your Hey Tonys? Do your Hey Tonys again. You know what I'm saying? We got to get those 13 because I feel bad now that 17 was here. We didn't want Izzy. Yeah, you got a new Izzy. You know what I'm saying? You got a new Izzy here. Okay, now we back. We got the Hey Tonys. We got 14 people. Make sure you get your name in Hey Tony. Make sure you're there. All right, just like Beckerman said. Just like Beckerman says. Hey Tony. All right, and Taylor Winder is now back on board. Okay, let's do this. We got 15. Do we run it? We do it? Let's do this.
We do it.
Let's do it. And Donne, let's find out who win. And the winner today is bam. Daniel Carpenter will be cracking up. Ben, congratulations. You are the winner of today's show.
Congratulations, Ben.
All right, Ben. You're going to be getting the Ultimate Spider. You get the Ultimate Spider-Man. Yeah, look at this thing. I am so behind. Anyway, in all fairness, Tony, it was a blast. Thank you so much for doing this for me. I can't wait to get a better computer, one that works again. One that works. I do have something that definitely do this again. But, you know, just thank you from the bottom of my heart. And let's get someone else to tell you thank you. Because there are a few people that like to share their thank yous as well. But where are they? Where are those people? Oh, they're not here. No, they left.
They left.
You know who I feel? Yeah.
And you know what? You know what's funny is he is from West Memphis, Arkansas. He is only like 40 minutes away from me.
I love me some good Sid Vicious, man. He was my man. I love Sid. Psycho Sid was awesome, man. Anyway, yeah. Tony, it was a blast having you. And from me and Mr. Reeves, we got to say
thank you. Thank you.
And thank you indeed. For everybody else, guys, I will be seeing you soon. Don't forget to say hi to everybody. And don't forget that you got our boy Scotty. He's doing his show right now. You go check it out. All right. Until then.
You shut your mouth, fatty. The Rock will come out there and slap the herpes off your lips.
I'll see you guys.
Later.
Excelsior. Oh, God. That was a long one.